So we looked at the cost of blood, and we found that the average transfused gunshot victim required $11,000 worth of blood, and that was 10 times higher than the transfusion requirements for the non-gunshot trauma victims.
So when Dr. Frank looked to see about the transfusion results of patients who had been injured by gunshots as opposed to other types of serious injuries, we were all really surprised at how much additional blood it took in order to save their lives compared to people who had had very serious injuries but hadn't been the victims of specifically a gunshot attack.
Gunshot victims, compared to all the other trauma patients, were 5 times more likely to be transfused with blood. They required 10 times more blood and had a mortality rate that was 14 times higher.
Here in the blood bank, we are completely committed to our trauma program and to our trauma patients. And what that means for us is that we keep as much blood as we possibly can ready to go just in case somebody who is a victim of trauma comes to the hospital and needs it.
People ask, what about other penetrating injuries like stab wounds? So in the database we were able to look at that, and the numbers that you need to know for that are 2, 4, and 8. Okay, so gunshot victims compared to stab wound victims are twice as likely to be transfused with blood. They require 4 times more blood, and they have 8 times higher mortality. So even compared to stab wounds, the gunshot victims require more blood and have a worse outcome.